Are you looking for high-quality, affordable sim racing paint schemes and graphics? Then look no further than Evan at Evan Pienta Designs. Driven by speed, Evan Pienta Designs offers a multitude of sim racing graphics, from liveries to social media graphics to team and series logos. To see some of the work done by Evan, or even race one of the public liveries he's made, head on over to tradingpaints.com and search Evan Pienta.
UD Awards is a small Lithuanian business that creates and produces non-standard customizable trophies for sports, esports, and business events. Exceptional attention to the customer, quality and details are our priorities. Unique, natural, non-standard and durable, these phrases describe our thinking and products. The UD Awards team includes sports and esports enthusiasts, and we know these emotions and energy that go into them, so creating awards for athletes is a real pleasure for us. Let's break the standards together. Find UD Awards at etsy.com/shop/udwards.
Ever missed a black flag? Forgotten what gear you're in? Rollins Sim Control has a fix for that. We provide drivers with a unique LED flag and gear indicator box that provides drivers with more visual awareness even during their toughest of races. Our SC makes a variety of flight controls and button boxes as well. Find out more at etsy.com/shop/.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcast Racing Network. I am Richard Hurst, and always joining me here in the booth is going to be Joe Robert. Joe, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. This is going to be one of the most difficult races that we're going to run for this series, so cannot wait to get this one started here at Darlington.
This is a track they say that is too tough to tame, or the Lady in Black. Um, like you said, it's definitely going to be an interesting race as I've been watching them for about a good 45 minutes of practice here. There's been spins, there's been wall scrapes, there's been a little bit of everything. I've seen tires flying, so it's definitely going to be an exciting race, and I can't wait to see who comes out with the win. Speaking of wins, Mr. Justin Wilson, we've been watching him practice. He has the fastest time on the track, and he is also our points leader with 3 wins, going for number 4 tonight here at Darlington. Joe?
Yeah, not only is it going to be his 4th win, but it would also be 4 in a row if he manages to get the win today, and I would say that's not going to be out of the question. He is up 3/10 on everybody else in the field. So I'd say he has a very realistic shot today to get 4 in a row.
Yeah, he does. And, looking at these points, you got Sam Oliver in second, you got Randy Beckdale in third, and they are tied for second place with Wesley Pistol, sitting there with 36 points behind, and Jacob Bradley 36 points also. So we got a close points for pretty much from second to pretty much fifth. So it's pretty much anybody's race, and there is a payout at the end of this season or short season, and so these guys are going to be putting it down hot and heavy. And we had a little bit of rival last week, but I don't know if he's going to be here
He
tonight.
just got here, man. He
Oh,
just got
just
here.
got here. So we had a little rival next week, so we'll be looking to see about that. Um, see what happens with that.
Yeah, I think I definitely either one of them may not necessarily drive each other the most respectful leader, give each other room. The one thing I am looking at though, and Wilson just clocked in the only 30 now, so now he is 4/10 above everybody. But you know, with all of the points are, Justin Wilson has a good lead, but one mishap, if he makes a mistake, maybe he'll drop down, maybe he gets out of the race due to a mistake, maybe a problem. That could really close up those points. I mean, even though it looks like he has a pretty good lead right now, one mistake could throw it all away. So he's just got to be careful today.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. With only two races left, I mean that's very short time to catch up for some of these guys, but they can do it. But they got to bring their A game. We got Bristol next week and Nashville Fairgrounds. Those are not the easiest tracks, especially with these 87s. So you know anything can happen tonight. But my
Well,
pick is going to be. I'm going to go ahead with my pick, and I'm going to say Mr. Bradley, Jacob Bradley.
well, I don't like being on bandwagons, but the Justin bandwagon, I think may be filling up, because I would say he's he's running better than anybody else on the track right now, by far. So I got to go with him because he is pretty much the safest pick I can pick right now. If he doesn't get in any trouble today, I think he is statistically the best shot to win today.
Absolutely right. And just so everybody at home is familiar of what they are competing for, there is a $450 purse on the line plus a trophy. Um, so there's a lot on the line here at the end of this season with only two races left to go after Darlington. It's going to start heating up tonight. Tonight we will see the bump and the banging, everything as we get into qualifying there, Joe.
Yeah, no one taken onto the track just yet. But the one thing I do want to point out today is if the trends manage to keep the way that they are, as we see the first car coming on the track right now, it appears to be the 25 of Scott Tompkins. But yeah, as we seen how practice was, there was pretty interesting separation. Like the top 8 were pretty close together in times. Then like 8 through like 14, 15, they were all pretty close. And then below 15, it was pretty slow. So I'm thinking we may see some packs devolve into cars who are pretty fast, some who are in the middle and in the back. But I can also see maybe if you're not that good on speed, the tire wear today is probably going to be a big factor as well. These tires wear out pretty fast, so I wouldn't discount some strategy either.
Yeah, slower cars are not going to burn off the tires as fast as the faster cars. So, yeah, that strategy could come into play, saving those tires, saving that fuel, and maybe pull it off on a strategy. We shall see after everybody. Ooh, somebody's already in the wall, and that's going to be the 10. And it looks like we have 3 Buicks out there.
3 Buicks. Who's got?
Yeah, we got Nick Davis out there in the 76. We got looks like Tex Linder, and who else is in there? Mr. Nick is out there.
Yeah, so it appears Nick Davis is the new Buick guy, so we'll see how he will do. Unfortunately, the Buicks have not really gotten that fast, but actually, back in the day, there were only about that many Buicks in the race as well, because there was only about 1 or 2 teams at the near end of the 80s that were even running Buicks. I don't remember what the team was, but I think it was Bobby Allison was running it. I think Hut Strickland might have been as well around that time.
Just for the folks at home, now Mr. Nick Davis is driving a Buick, but he is registered as the 76, but his car shows the number 10. Now it's gonna show 2 number 10s in this race, so it might get confusing for the folks at home, but we'll try to call it the best way we can. Because we typically go by numbers, and if we call out 76, we are talking about Mr. Nick Davis.
Well, one surprise though, Justin Wilson does not get the pole. He qualified a 31.43, but it's Randy Bechtel who is on pole right now in the 18 with a 31.39.
Mr. Bradley is sitting in 5th as of right now. Still waiting on everybody to get their qualifying time in, and that is subject to change as I see Scott Tompkins out there on the track. Oh, maybe not. Oh, got to change my camera. Yep. So
Yeah,
this 25 car is he's pretty darn fast. So, everywhere he goes, he's pretty consistent. Has been wrapped up in some shenanigans, but he seems to bounce back pretty darn good. So I look for him to maybe possibly be up towards the front if he's been putting in his practice here at Darlington.
Yeah, I'm looking. I was looking at Kerry Whitaker though. He's running that old style Dale Earnhardt car when he was running in like the 70s. That's a nice looking car that he's got right.
You still there, Joe?
Do you not hear me?
Oh, I thought you cut out. My bad. I didn't know if you're done or not.
No, I was just saying, take a look. I don't know why it went quiet, but I was just saying, take a look at Kerry Whitaker. He's got that old Dale Earnhardt car from the early 80s, late 70s. That's a really good looking car he's got there.
Yes, that number 2. Yes. No gloss. All right. Well, while they're wrapping up qualifying, we're going to take a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back to you. Y'all stand by.
Ever missed a black flag? Forgotten what gear you're in? Rollins Sim Control has a fix for that. We provide drivers with a unique LED flag and gear indicator box that provides drivers more visual awareness even during their toughest of races. Our SC makes a variety of flight controls and button boxes as well. Find out more at etsy.com/shop/Rollins Sim Controls.
UD Awards is a small Lithuanian business that creates and produces non-standard customizable trophies for sports, esports, and business events. Exceptional attention to the customer, quality and details are our priorities. Unique, natural, non-standard and durable, these phrases describe our thinking and products. The UD Awards team includes sports and esports enthusiasts, and we know these emotions and energy that go into them, so creating awards for athletes is a real pleasure for us. Let's break the standards together. Find UD Awards at etsy.com/shop/udwards.
All right. Well, we are gridded in, and we are taking our pace lap around. We're going to go through the lineup, and it looks like on that front row, we're going to have Bechdel in that number 18. We're going to have Wilson in at number 58 sitting in second. Rapp is going to be sitting in third in his number 52. 15 of Sam Oliver is going to be sitting fourth. Jacob Bradley is going to be sitting in fifth. Cole Shetty is going to be sitting in sixth. Seventh is going to be Wesley's Pistol. Eighth is going to be Cools. And those are swapping back and forth. Ninth is going to be Chris Smith, and 10th is going to be Mr. Ellis Thomas. Joe?
11th, Scott Tompkins. 12 is going to be Kerry Whitaker. 13th, Tex Winder. 14th is Corey Dwyeron. 15th is going to be Sam Swoop. 16th is going to be Josh Hill. 17th is going to be Nick Kulkowski. 18th is going to be Nick Davis. 19th is going to be Tyler Willard. And 20th, Larry Poling.
21st is going to be Matt Kuntz. 21st, I'm sorry. 21st is going to be Matt Kuntz. Paul Thomas is going to be 22nd. Brady Powers is going to be 23rd. 24th is going to be Chase Berry. Horn is going to be 25th. 26th is going to be Pearson, and we are green flag racing. Sorry, we'll get back to the rest of that in just a little bit, folks. And looks like the 58 is going to take the lead really early as they're coming into turn number one. This is the wide corner, and looks like the 58 is going to be able to take over the lead from the 18 of Bechdel with that 15 in tow of Sam Oliver. So top three are pretty much a single file. Actually, quite a ways back, a single file. Joe?
Last thing Bechdel wanted to see, because Justin Wilson was flying in practice, and we'll see if he's able to do that. But a caution is out. Yeah, it's going to be the 42 Paul Thomas.
Oh, that John Deere Thunder Chicken has brought out the caution. Let's see what happened.
He got assisted spin, which was Chase Berry. He just ran him straight over into the wall. Can imagine that he is not going to have a nice thing to say about him, and he actually popped his engine too. So that is going to be the end of his day. You'll see right here, he got a little loose on the corner, and I don't know. The 5 really.
I think they were kind of moving down a lane because it looks like the 69 was scraping the wall, so they were trying to give him a little bit of room, and the 5 was just right there, touched him on the back corner. I don't think that was really intentional. I think it was just a matter of everybody checking up.
I don't think he was checking up. 42 checked up a little bit, but I think the 5 could have done a little bit more to avoid hitting him. So, yeah, I'm not too sure he's too proud of that. But one thing I do want to point out is Brandon Sox was given an EOL penalty at the start of the race. I believe that is for last week. He, I would not say he was driving at his best last week.
No, and we all have those moments. And you know, they come from time to time, and it happens. That's all I can say about that. Is it does happen. How many EOLs have you had while you're racing there, Joe?
More than I can count. I mean, some people don't like the fact that I will protest any EOL possible because I don't know. I'm just the kind of person that is more, I would say, easy on how things should be governed in certain races. But yeah, I mean, we all make mistakes. Um, I don't think personally EOL should be given out for mistakes, but you know, mistakes happen.
Ah, yes, they do. And one person that's probably glad that that caution came out because now he has a chance to regain that lead back is going to be Bechdel. He started on the pole, he dropped down to second, and he doesn't want to let Wilson get away. So now he has a chance, depending on which lane, if they have lane choice, that Wilson takes. He might have a chance to get right back up to that lead.
I'll tell you one funny thing though is I don't know what it is about EOLs, but the last two times that I was given an EOL in the ARCA series I run with NTG, I won the race when I won the following race when I was EOL'd. So I find that kind of funny. Maybe I should get EOL'd more. Maybe I'll win more.
Well, I wouldn't put it past Brandon Sox to make it, back up to the up, make it up to the front, especially if we see a couple cautions, he will have enough time to catch up. We have 147 laps and there's only been 4 that's been completed. So 143 laps, he has the time as long as he doesn't get caught up in anybody's shenanigans. Um, I think he can make it up there and give these guys a challenge.
Well, I hope you plan on him getting 2 laps back because he's in the pits 2 laps down right now.
It's wishful thinking.
I don't know why he's in the pits.
Maybe
I don't even know if he
I don't
took
know.
the green. Oh, it looks like he may have been blinking or something. I have no clue. Cause I'm looking back at the replay and like he was like down pit road under a caution, and I think he might be having some problem. Well, he just towed, so I don't know. Maybe he was having some issues. So we'll see what happens with him. But he's 3 laps down right now. So yeah, wishful thinking indeed if he manages to get back up here. I wouldn't say it's probable, but it is possible. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
All right, well, pace car's about to come off, so tell me what you're seeing, Richard.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of pace speed right now, but the pace car is off, and we're about to go back green with Mr. Wilson. Hey there, Mr. Wilson. What is that, Dennis the Menace?
Maybe.
And he is off, and looks like they're going to be side by side as they come into turn 1, and looks like Bechdel is going to have a little bit of his car. Nope, he's going to dive right down to the bottom, and they are going to be single file for 1 and 2, and they are going to be single file for 3 and 4. 15 was able to move up in front of the 52, and look who's coming into the picture. It's our very own Cole Shetty. That number 77 is trying to make some moves on that bottom line as they're coming into 3, 52 on the outside, 77 on the inside. 2 fire chickens sitting there Thunder chickens duking it out. Looks like the 52 got a little bit of loose coming to the start-finish line. Joe?
Yeah, Cole Shetty's a guy that, I always forget is around here sometimes, but he always is able to get himself up into a real good position. Did really well on full send, and he's made his way up to 4th right now, so he's up 2 spots in that 77 car. One thing I do want to point out, though, is in first, Bechdel is hanging with Wilson right now. Bechdel is right on the bumper of him. I'm surprised he didn't go for the run off the start, but he's hanging pretty well.
Yeah, he is definitely hanging pretty well. And, this could be a little bit of a strategy from him. Even though Sam Wilson, it looks like he's a little bit faster, he's going to be using up those tires faster too. So Bechdel can, back it down, use a little bit of the draft, to stay up with him, but not burn up those tires. And it looks like Sam Oliver, he is right there with these 3, and they got a little bit of breakaway. They got a little bit of breathing room, about 0.4 seconds, between Oliver and Shetty, but Shetty is coming fast.
Yeah, here's one thing I was talking about earlier with the gaps, by the way. See, about the top 13 are all pretty close together in line, but then you fall back to Corey Doiron, which is in 14th, or even Terry Hill in 15th, and we see about another pack. So maybe if you're in this half of the pack, strategy may be your best friend today if you can make it work.
Yeah, looking at Mr. Ellis Thomas, Mr. Ellis Thomas and Chris Smith, they are running pretty much nose to tail. Those two Thunderbirds, number 28 and number 8. You know, that's Apex Energy and Premier Racing Setups. You know, so they got to be proud of their two cars up there in the top 10 for right now. 10 laps are complete out of 147. No challenges to these two. They're just pretty much riding out, and it looks like we got a battle between the 94 and the 52. Joe?
Yeah, Pistol looked like he had a chance at him. The 52 hit the wall coming out of 3 and 4, but not able to capitalize on that. 52 is really riding high again. He's in the wall once again, so he's going to have to start backing that corner up a little bit because he's hit that wall twice in a row now. So the 27 might be able to try to make a challenge on him too. That is going to be Matt Klus going for 7th spot.
Yeah, coming in turn 1, they go down a little bit on that flat, and that can be very dangerous, but he was able to hold it. They get really close coming out of turn number 2, but they hold it straight, and it looks like here comes the 28, here comes the 8, the 25 is right there, and the 2, so we got a 6-car battle coming into turn number 3.
Yeah, he hooked Ellis Thomas a little bit. Ellis Thomas in the wall by the 52. The 52 is wall riding right now. He has hit the wall about 4 times in the last 3 laps. So that 52 really needs to start breaking it down because, you know, these cars are tanks, but he's hit the wall again. And he needs to get on those brakes. I don't know what's happening. Maybe the brakes are not doing what he needs to do, but he needs to start backing it down a little bit because if you keep on hitting that wall, you're just going to be messing with your arrow. If you mess up your arrow, you're just going to be really slow.
Well, looks like the 52 again in the wall, and he's a little bit loose coming out of the turn, but he's able to gather it up, and looks like Kerry Whitaker was lost a little bit of ground. I don't know if he checked up or what, but yeah, he lost a little bit of ground. Looking for some more action out there on the track. And I know I see. It was 3 wide for a second coming out of turn number 4, and that was going to be between the 50, the new number 10, which is the 76, and I can't see that was Larry Poling, the 69. He was pretty slow.
We got a spin off of 3 and 4, almost spun it. That is going to be Nick Davis, who just saved it. He got really loose off of 3 and 4, but luckily for him, he saved it. One person I do want to point out, though, is Chris Hone. Up 8 spots. He was up about 10, but got a nice little bump and run earlier, just a few laps ago, by the 50. So Chris Hone making his way up there. He's up 8 spots.
Will up near the front, and we got a 2 side-by-side battle. Then it's going to be between the 1 and the 15, and that's going to be Jacob Bradley and Sam Oliver. They are pretty much nose to tail now, but Cole Shetty was able to make the pass, and he is taking over the 3rd spot as they're coming out of as they're going into turn number 1, coming out of turn number 2. Looks like Cole Shetty is on the move.
Yeah, Cole Shetty's doing really good, just taking his time, and I think he's going to be running pretty well. He's catching them slowly, but the only question is he burning off his stuff a little bit more than the guys in the front are? So we'll see maybe in about 15, 20, maybe 25, 30 laps, seeing how Cole is going to be comparing to everyone else when it comes to tire wear.
All right, we're going to take a in-car view of Jacob Bradley, see how he's controlling that wheel, controlling that race car. Y'all can see what he sees. Very smooth on the wheel. Very smooth on the throttle. Oh, he gets a little bit loose. He has to turn right a little bit coming out of turn number 4, but keeps it back straight, red lines it all the way on the gas. This guy is not saving any as of right now. Oh, the 15 right in front of him got into the wall. Great job of getting around Sam Oliver, and Wesley Pistol is going to make it around him also. Joe?
Just wanted to point out really quick that Nick Davis hit pit road. I believe he got some pretty bad damage after hitting the wall, so Nick Davis fans, he's down pit road right now, 1 lap down. I think he'll be going 2 down right now. So yeah, Nick Davis down pit road, but Jacob Bradley running really well right now, up 1 position, 4th.
Well, that's a shame. We already have 3 cars out and possibly a 4th, depending on how much damage he has. But Paul Thomas is out. Looks like Eli Childs is out, and Brandon Sox. So we got 3 cars out, but we still have plenty of cars out there on the track, 27, including Nick Davis in the pits. So quite a bit of action still left to go. 18 laps in out of 147, and we've only had about 2 cautions. That's not to say they are not to come.
One thing I do want to point out is the tire fall off, because remember, the fastest lap that we've had so far, looking at the screen, has been Sam Oliver. He's ran a 32.34, but
Battle for second.
the times we are running right now, as we got a battle for second place, looks like Cole's looking but not able to get the spot. But yeah, right now, 20 laps in, we are falling off about half a second so far.
For second is actually not too bad, especially in these cars. I mean, they are definitely tough to drive, and they are relatively loose to drive. That rear end steps out on you at any track, but they are fun to drive. But Cole Shetty, he is making that Thunder Chicken work for him, and he has caught the leaders. He has a little bit of breathing room between him and Bradley, but Bradley's still right there. These guys are not pushing it very hard. I think Cole is being very conservative. Just pretty much hanging out behind these guys and waiting for them to make a mistake, and he's going to make that pass.
I thought he was going to run in the 18 for a second there, but yeah, he is running faster than both of them. I believe he is letting off a little bit. Right now, the fastest car on track is Wesley in the 94 right now. He's right on the rear of Jacob Bradley, but 3, 4, and 5 are all really similar in pace and are running faster than the 2 leaders.
Yeah, he lost a little bit of ground. He's about 0.2 seconds back, but he is making it up, and that's going to allow Bradley to make up a little bit of ground with the 94 pistol right behind him. Sam Oliver coming back into the picture. He's trying to run these guys down. He got into the wall just a little bit, and we got the 69 coming back on track. Oh, right there in front of the 1 as they were coming into the turn. That was very dangerous. Could have took out, one of these top cars, but he was able to get it back down, and no harm, no foul.
Yeah, Jacob Bradley had a really bad 1 and 2, and that allowed Wesley to get past him rather easy. It looks like Jacob Bradley is falling off right now because he is going considerably slower than what he was a few laps ago. But it looks like the 18 was trying to make a move on Justin. Was not able to make it work, though. We got another lap car coming up. That is going to be that's going to be Nick Davis, who is 3 laps down in the Federated Auto Parts number 10.
Well, the 22 and the 55 were at it, and this is a battle of the armed forces. That's the Navy and the National Guard for Thunderbird, and that's going to be Powers, and I'll let you say his last name. You're better at it than I am.
Nick Kulkowski.
Kulkowski, there it is. But they were battling at it side by side, and it looks like Powers is going to lose a little bit of ground. Maybe he's burned up his tires trying to get around that 22 and wasn't able to do it. But that's pretty cool to see these 2 cars, Navy and National Guard, battling it out.
Yeah, looking at it right now, Nick Kulkowski, he is up 3 right now, and the National Guard car, what position is he in? He's up 10.
Yeah, he's up 10 spots from where he started. He started in 25th.
All right, that's pretty good. Yeah, we got a few guys up right now. Yeah, Brady Powers right now is up 10. So is Chase Berry up 10. Chris Hone up 8, and Chesry is up 8 as well. So yeah, we got a bunch of good movers right now.
All right, let's go take a look and see what our leaders are doing. It looks like they are pretty spaced out. It looks like maybe that 77 is out of tires, or just out of gas, because it won't go no more. It won't go no faster. But nothing has changed up front. But Wesley Pistol, he is looking to take over that 3rd spot. Probably he is caught up to Cole Shetty, closing that gap, coming out of turn number 4, and he's within 0.2 of a second.
I think Cole may have squandered his opportunity to maybe get past right now, because now the 2 leaders are running similar times as him. I know this track can be hard to pass on. Cole nearly just got in the wall just slightly, but yeah, this track is so hard to pass on. If you got the means to pass somebody, take that opportunity because you're not going to have that opportunity always. You got to take that opportunity whenever you can get it because this is a very difficult track to pass on.
You got that right, and looks like that 10 being on probably fresher tires. I'm sorry, the 76. He is a couple laps down. That is going to be the 76 actually. I don't think he's running as fast as these guys, so that he may not be a problem, but he could be a problem for the guys behind him if they were to catch him. But Cole Shetty has now got a little bit of a gap between him and Pistol. And it looks like he's running these leaders back down. He may have made a mistake, had to check up just a little bit. Oh, the 18 just scrubbed the wall. So that's going to cost him maybe a little bit of time. Nope, yeah. He's able to keep it.
Yeah, looking around here right now, one car that noticing getting around pretty decent right now is at 55, and Chris Hone has crashed. He did tow it though. He spun it coming off of 1 and 2 into the backstretch and absolutely binned it, but we do not have a caution. And we got no caution.
No caution.
Just click on Chris Home crashed in SDK. Ah, I see. I see. All right. Well, anyway.
Battle of the cameraman.
Justin Wilson, though, still running out in front. Randy is staying much closer than I thought he would have been. I thought Justin would have been running away, having maybe a 2 or 3 second lead by now. But right now, Justin Wilson is slightly slower, but not by a lot, Richard.
Well, I'm back here in the 6th position, and I'm looking at Chris Smith in that Premier Racing setup car, and he is doing really well. He is sitting in the 6 spots up 4 spots from where he started. He got through all the little shenanigans that happened prior when they were having a 6-car battle. And, you know, he's made it up to 6, so great job. I know Premier is definitely going to be watching and looking for their car, you know, to be up front, and he is definitely do that. Also, another one that is running pretty well. He's only up 1 position from where he started. That's going to be Ellis Thomas. You know, he got scrubbed the wall a little bit, got a little bit of damage, but he still got that race car up in the top 10 and trying to possibly pull some strategy to pull out a win here tonight. Like I said, only 2 races left after this one, so they need something to happen to break the streak of Mr. Justin Wilson's 3 in a row so far.
Tyler Willard made a pretty sketchy move coming down the front straightaway to get lapped, and Willard is in the wall. Looks like he'll get avoided, but right in that wall pretty bad. As I was going to say, though, Wesley Pistoli is running really well. I think he's a really good long-run driver. He's making a challenge at Cole right now. I think Wesley might be able to get past Cole if given maybe a couple more laps. He's really putting in the challenge, and give him maybe 10 more, and he might be able to get up to those leaders.
Yeah, these two behind it. You know, who are you? Wait a minute. I missed what car you were talking about. I got distracted for a second. But I'm still sitting here watching this 94 and 77. You know, they have been riding nose to tail, but the leaders are pretty much checked out. They are about 1.4 seconds, so they got to make some kind of move to catch up to these leaders. As the 94 is going on the inside, he's going to be able to make the pass around the 77, so we have new 3rd place, and that's going to be Wesley Pistol. He is able to get around the 77, make the pass clean, and they are taking off towards turn 1.
Yep, now it's time to see what Pistoli can do without a car in front of him. I think he is going to be up there in the next few laps because I think he's saving really well. Loose off the corner, but I'm going to be really paying attention to his lap time, seeing how he will go for these next few laps. We got 1 car now lap down, which is Bruce Pearson lap down. First car 1 lap down.
Yeah, he is definitely waiting on that caution to come out so he can get his lap back. But these guys all got to pit at some point, and he can probably get it back that way, but he's going to have to also pit too. And it looks like the 94 is going to catch Mr. Pearson here in the next corner or so. Oh, we got a two side-by-side battle right here. That's going to be the 40 and the 76. 76 just let the, I'm sorry, the 15 and the 76. 76 just let him right on by.
Tyler Willard just got in the wall a little bit. I thought he almost dropped a tire for a second because I could hear that car just scraping. I thought he lost something. But he's in the wall again really hard. I think just needs to do like what we said with a few other guys, just kind of back up the corners a little bit. You're coming in a little bit too hot if you're hitting those walls.
Yeah, another one that's probably waiting on the caution is Scott Tompkins. I mean, he is up 2 positions, but he is definitely holding his own. I'd like to see that 24 or that 25. Take over that top spot and run a few laps in the lead. But he's got a lot of ground to make up as he is almost 12 seconds back. So we're getting ready to see a lot more cars go a lap down as they're running really slow. I was trying to look for their lap time.
I'm taking a look at a few people who I think a caution would be definitely beneficial toward. That would be like the 52 of Johnny Rapp or the 15 of Sam Oliver, or even Ellis Thomas.
Oh, spin! 52 and 25. Oh my goodness.
Ask and you shall receive, I suppose.
Well, that just paid off for who was the last person? Pearson. So yeah. That was not what Scott wanted.
And not what Johnny wanted either. He was running really good, but just fell back a little bit.
So it looks like the 52 came in really hot in the corner, got past the 25. 25 52 hit the wall, and yeah, it was just on from there. 52 came off the wall. 25 really had nowhere to go. So not a lot of damage to those race cars, so they will be able to race again and still be fast. 25 was tail slapped the wall, but doesn't look too bad. But while we're under caution, we'll take a word from our sponsors.
Are you looking for high-quality, affordable sim racing paint schemes and graphics? Then look no further than Evan at Evan Pienta Designs. Driven by speed, Evan Pienta Designs offers a multitude of sim racing graphics from liveries to social media graphics to team and series logos. To see some of the work done by Evan, or even race one of the public liveries he's made, head on over to tradingpaints.com and search Evan Pienta.
Yes. We still on commercial? Okay. All right, folks, we are back and we are still under caution, getting ready to go green. But tonight's race is it's a good one. We do have a giveaway going out to the drivers tonight. And give me 1 second. So one of the lucky drivers is definitely going to get an LED shift flag indicator tonight, brought by Rolling Sims Controls. So one of these lucky drivers will walk away with that, and we do have some things going on ourselves. We will be giving away, and this is only going to be to the sub. So if you're not a part of our channel, make sure you are a part of our channel, because at the last race of the season, which we only have 2 more races, we are going to be giving away we are going to be entering people that have subs. A Joe Graff Jr. number 07 Fender from his wreck at Nashville, authentic. So definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button so you are eligible to win that Fender. And yeah, we'll be giving that away at the last race of the season. So make sure you're a sub to be entered in to win. And we are back green, Joe.
All right, back green, and Bechtel did manage to beat the 58 out of the pits. The 18 is going to be having his opportunity to finally lead and see what he can do, but Justin Wilson is not going to be willing to wait. He is going to be right on his rear. Wesley Pistoli up to third and Cole Shetty in fourth. One person I do want to take a point out, though, is Chase Berry. He is up 16 spots right now. He's up to 10th in the number 5 car. Been running really good. He was involved in that wreck on the first lap that involved the 42 car. So a little bit of a incident here today, but I think he can maybe get back up there.
Nick in that 00 and that Buick, he is up in the top 15. He is up 14 positions from where he started, and Eric Wright being up 10 positions from where he started the race. So we got quite a few big movers, like you said, Chase Berry being one of the top mover. But a lot of these guys are making moves slowly but surely, and I think they can be where it counts at the end of the race. And it looks like I got an indicator of Nick Davis crashing.
Yeah, he did.
So we don't have a caution for that, so we'll just keep on going, Joe.
Yeah, I'll tell you what happened with Nick real fast. He bumped into, I believe, the 52 car and then just lost it, got a little squirrely, got into the wall. Surprisingly, the caution did not come out because he was pretty much stopped right in the middle of the racing line, but managed to keep it on going. So not been the best day for Nick Davis.
No. Well, hopefully he's always got Bristol and he's got Nashville Fairgrounds. So, he's got 2 more races to make something happen. And we also have, next season going to be starting up soon after the short season ends. So if you're interested in joining, they'll be starting on August 24th. So make sure you get in touch with Ellis Thomas, and he'll be able to get you signed up. He'll give you all the information, entry fees. And looks like we got another indicator of Matt Kuntz crashing.
Yeah, Matt Kuntz got into the 69 car. 69 really slowed down, and the 13 just did not slow down for him. I was thinking maybe he busted his wheel, but that Dogecoin car is already beat up now.
1 second, I gotta get back alive. All right, we're riding back up front, and it looks like we still have Bechdel still out front with Wilson in tow and Pistol right there. Looks like Cole Shetty is sitting about 0.5 of a second back in fourth place, so he hasn't dropped too far after those pit stops. But these guys are running pretty much nose and tail, and they're trying to break away, utilizing that draft just a little bit. Even though it's not very effective, it can be effective.
Surprised Jacob Bradley really hasn't started making moves back up to the front. He's down 3 spots from where he started. Was really good in the first part of the race, but started to really fall off at the second part of that run that we had. It was a pretty long run, about 40 laps. But one thing we're looking at in top is Wesley Pistol. I wonder if he'll be able to get up to the leaders and maybe make a run for the lead.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't not burn up his stuff too fast trying to get up to him, which it looks like he's being a little bit conservative of those tires. He might have a chance. It looks like we got a battle for the lead, and it's going to be the 58 on the inside of the 18. He's looking, but he's not able to get there as they were coming out of turn number 4. He wasn't quite able to get there, and the 18 is going to retake the lead with the 58 in tow. Is he going to be able to try it again? He has a run coming off that corner. Oh my goodness, he is fast off the corner, but he's not able to capitalize going down the backstretch. Joe?
One thing I do want to point out is Corey Dwyron. He hit the wall and popped his engine, so he's going to be out of the race, just for fans of him. So that is unfortunate. I saw a bunch of debris. I was wondering what happened. We got a battle for the lead, though, and that's going to be that Margaritaville, number 58, Justin Wilson. Going to fire it down low. We'll see if Bechdel's going to try the crossover move, not going to have the momentum, and Justin Wilson back to the lead, but Wesley Pistoli's going to be looking for second right now, too, as the 18 was held up a little bit in the corner.
It's Pistol, Joe. Pistol.
Pistol.
Yeah, you got me on that one.
We've said it for a while.
Yeah, we've said it for a while. Sorry, folks. Sorry, Wesley. But yeah, he is running really good, and I thought he was going to be able to capitalize as they were battling side by side. Wasn't able to quite get there, but he's still right there waiting for the mistake to be made, and he's going to take it. He's riding really close to that wall. I mean, inches, and staying off of it, doing a really good job of staying off of it. So being conservative with the car, at the moment, but I think he has the car of the night. I mean, Bechdel is doing really well. I think he's got a shot, but I think Wesley does too.
Yeah, right now the fastest car on track right now is Justin Wilson, but another guy that's really fast right now is Cole Shetty. I think that if he can manage to get up there and make a pass, and Pistol on the wall, by the way, one car going lap down as well, nearly walled the leaders. That's going to be the 10 of Nick Davis, but I think Wesley is going to maybe lose that spot to Cole Shetty because Cole has the good run on the bottom. 94 should have the one off the top, but if Cole can manage to get there, he might be able to get him, but they'll remain side by side down the front straightaway.
Yeah, the 94 has that 15 helping him, and they're going to be coming into turn number 1. They are pretty much touching as they're going to turn number 1, pushes the 94 up just a little bit. They create a little bit of space. Here comes the 15, and 94 still stuck on the outside. 15 going to look to the inside. This is going to be Mr. Sam Oliver. He's looking to take that 4th place away, and he does. And here comes the 28 of Chris Smith as they come around turn number 3. Chris Smith doing a really good job. He's up 5 positions, and Ellis is right there behind him. They are teammates. They are looking to make something happen, try to get up to this top 5, but Pistol is not having it as of right now.
He was really lucky he didn't lose more spots because he was on the wrong side of the train tracks on that freight train. He could have lost maybe a few extra more positions, but luckily for him, the 28 was not able to make the move. So lucky for him, he'll be able to get back up there probably, but nearly into the wall, barely keeps off of it. But yeah, it does not look like he is maintaining the same speed he was. A little bit of damage on the right side, but shouldn't be anything that is too severe that'll keep him from running good times.
Well, Jacob Bradley right there behind Ellis Thomas. He's trying to make some moves. He's trying to work. It looks like he's kind of working with these guys because he can't quite get there to pass them. But that number 1 Chevrolet, he is worked his way. Actually lost 3 positions from where he started. And, lap 58. I look for that number 1 to start making some moves pretty soon. I don't think he's driving that car as hard as we think right now.
The one car, I mean, I don't know. I think he is driving it pretty hard. I just don't think he's just able to make the pass. I think he would have been able to get around Ellis by now, but I'm surprised Jacob Bradley is not moving up really. I'd be thinking that he'd at least gotten maybe up to the top 5 right now, but just is not happening. One car that we're going to be going 2 laps down in just a moment, so pay attention to that. That is going to be Matt Kuntz in the Dogecoin to the Moon number 13 Ford. A little bit beat up today, but hopefully he won't be able to maybe stay on the lead lap if a caution does not come out.
Yeah, I'm taking a ride with Mr. Cole Shetty, and he is giving that Thunder Chicken hell as they are coming down the front stretch, going into turn number 1. Or excuse me, that was a backstretch. They're coming that was a backstretch. Coming in turn number 3. He's giving that Thunderbird a pretty good run. And he's slowly but surely catching up to Bechdel and Wilson. And as you said, they have that lap car coming up, and the lap car slides up towards the wall. They got to make an evasive maneuver because the lap car is in the wall, and it looks like the 2 leaders are going to get around safe and sound.
That was really scary, but it looked like it slowed down Wilson a little bit more than Bechdel. Bechdel tried to make a move, nearly slowed up and hit the wall, so that would have almost erased all the momentum he gained. So Bechdel still maintaining about the same amount of distance he has for the past 20 laps or so. He is only about 2 car lengths back.
Sam Oliver was working on the 13 of Kuntz, and he got sideways just a little bit. You know that was a scary moment riding on board with that car, and yeah, it took everything he had to keep that car straight. But great save by Sam Oliver, and he is gonna have his mirror full of Chris Smith now in that Premier Racing Setups car.
Yeah, Chris Smith, I think he has definitely top 5 potential today. He is running pretty consistently, up 4 spots from 10th. Looks like he's trying to do a little bit of a cut down to get the run off the corner. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get it this lap or so, but he is definitely riding him pretty hard, and getting that close to somebody can make him prone to make a mistake, maybe go a little bit wide, but he's going to run a little bit low. Not going to be this time, but he'll be working on him for the next few laps, definitely.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for some more battles, and it looks like everybody pretty much knows the tail right now.
Larry Pullen slowing down Wilson.
Pullen. Oh,
yeah, Pullen just got lapped. Bechdel might have a chance at Wilson. I'm surprised he did not make an attempt when Pullen was slowing him down, but that brought Bechdel right up to Wilson's rear. And that's the one thing, lap cars can be your best friend, or they can be something that just absolutely can boil your blood if you are held up by them.
Yeah, Cole Shetty capitalized off that too. Now he is only about 0.4 seconds away from Bechdel. So he has closed that gap really fast, and he's closing the gap even more. He's about 0.3 seconds now, so he is about a 1/10 of a second faster than these leaders. So that lap car definitely hurt these guys because they had almost a second on Cole Shetty.
Yeah, I mean, one guy's misfortune is another guy's fortune, I guess you could say, in racing sometimes. Cole is still not lapping as fast as Wilson and Bechdel, but right now the fastest car on track is Wesley Pistol. He is about 0.5 faster than the leaders.
Yeah, all these guys have been. He was riding in 3rd earlier on, and it looks like we got Larry Poling has crashed. An indicator for that. Kerry Whitaker is entered in pit roads, so I don't know if that's scheduled or not. But yeah, that 94 wants to get back up to that top 3 once again. He did well running up there, but now he's got to catch Shetty to get it, and Shetty has really closed that gap. Coming out of turn number 2, he closed that gap pretty fast. I think he's putting the heat on him now because he's within striking distance.
Got a battle. We got DeChesnery just got a bump and run by the 52. 52 is around. I'm not sure if a caution's going to come out. He is at the bottom of 1 and 2. Spins it around. No caution.
Johnny Rapp, and he's about to go a lap down if he doesn't get up to speed real quick. And looks like the 52 is about to go a lap down. There he goes.
Yeah, what happened is DeChesnery checked up, and then caused the 52 to check up, and not wanting to run over a guy gets you run over, and that is Tex Linder who ran him over, but nothing really that Tex could do to avoid that.
So 18th to the 24 or 25th is going to be a lap or more down. So we only got 17 cars on the lead a lap, and possibly more, because who is that running in front of them? Is that going to be Mr. Tardhill? Where is he compared to the leaders?
Tart Hill right now is in the middle of 3 and 4. The leaders are
in 3. Yeah. So he's safe for now, but not for long.
Well, the lucky thing for Hill is he got Eric Wright and Larry Poling and Tyler Willard in between them. So the leaders are going to have to mess with a few extra laps cars before they get to him. So hopefully a caution will come out for him before that happens. But he has a decent amount of space to work with for right now. Richard?
Yeah, he definitely does have a decent amount of space. Sorry, I was sharing our channel with somebody so they can tune in. But it looks like Jacob Bradley is giving Chris Smith a little bit of a run for his money, and that's going to be the 28 and the 1. They were side by side just for moments, but Chris Smith was able to keep that position, and the 1 is in the wall. He's a little bit squirrely. He regains control, and that's gonna allow Chris Smith to gap him just a little bit and give him some breathing room.
Yeah, one thing I was looking at is for 9th and 10th, Chase Berry really on a move right now. He is up 17 spots in 9th right now. He is the biggest mover by far, and it made it pretty easy around Scott Tompkins and is gapping him really well. He is on pace with pretty much the guys in the top 5, so maybe a little bit of strategy, and I think he might be able to get in the top 5, maybe even win it today.
Yeah, we're almost halfway into the race, and it has been a fairly clean race of considering the track. So I think track 2 Tough to Tame has been tamed here tonight.
I would respectfully disagree. I've seen a lot of Darlington stripes, and the Doge car just got another one. That is Matt Kuntz, but some drivers more so than others. And the 69 really going slow down on the apron right now. He must have an issue, but is not electing to pit.
Well, Darlington is not for everybody, so yeah, I would probably do the same. If I had to race Darlington in these cars, I would probably quit. Just saying.
These cars are a blast to drive, though. I think they require much more skill to drive than any of the other race cars. Definitely, but pretty much the top 4 are in the zip code of their own. Shed even puts his a little bit of a stripe on the wall, and that'll allow Pistol to maybe get around him on the back straightaway. And he will easily just outbraking him, and does not look like there will be much of a challenge from him.
Oh, the 52 is in the wall, and the 8's got to get around him, and so does the 28. Hopefully that does not give them any problems. 52 gets out of the wall, and they're coming down the front stretch, and everybody makes it around. So, nobody else involved in that. Go ahead.
Johnny Rapp, yeah, it's been an unfortunate day for him. He's had really good pace, but just unable to avoid the mistakes. And you got to be consistent on this track, because if you're not, it can really bite you in the butt pretty fast.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. I mean, we've watched him, that Mission Barbecue for Thunderbird. He's been good at other places, just not here tonight. But he does have some time to redeem himself. Possibly at, I hope it's not dirt. I don't think Bristol will be dirt, but looks like the 58 coming around the 29. He was sideways. He did a little bit of drifting action right there as they were coming around the lap car. of who was that? 29. That's going to be Pearson. Yeah, he was a little bit sideways as he came around the 29. 29 going to dive down low and let the other leaders by. But right there in that corner, that was pretty scary. And it looks like Mr. Larry Poling is crashed. Got an indicator for that.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people come off a 2 and then they get slingshotted right into the wall on the bottom of the track down the back straightaway. So that's quite a few cars, and we're on another car that's going to be going a lap down. Josh Terrett Hill,
In the
slightly
wall.
in the wall. He's probably
He
gonna
was
be going
loose coming out of he was loose coming out of turn 2, and I didn't know if he was going to be able to save it, but he did. He did a pretty good job. He's going to be the first car one lap down. Go ahead.
I doubt he's going to let the leaders just go on by. He might do it, but I think he'll at least make Justin work for it. A little bit loose.
There it is again. That's exactly what he did, and that's going to allow the leaders to have the high line, which that's the preferred line here. And yeah, they're going to just blow right on by him. Now let's see if he gives Pistol and Shetty any problems getting by. No, he's going to let the 18 right on by. Pistol was able to retake the third place position, so the 94 is back up to third with the 77 right in tow, not too far behind. But it looks like that car is falling off. That 77 is falling off just a little bit.
Yeah, top 4 in their own zip code, but Ellis Thomas is making some moves. He is up to 5th position right now. One of the fastest cars on track right now, second fastest. So Ellis Thomas, he's slowly but surely making his way up there. So Ellis Thomas, don't count him out. If a opportunity arises, I think he'll be up there to fight for a win if he can manage to get back up there.
Yeah, the 10 was down on the apron. I thought he was going to make contact with the 77, and that would have been devastating for Cole Shetty. But the 77 got right on by him, and the 10 right behind him is in the wall again. So he's not having too good of a time with that race car. Tart Hill is having a tough time trying to get his lap back. But looking a little bit further back, it looks like Ellis Thomas is moved up to the top 5 with Sam Oliver in 6th. Ellis Thomas is going to be looking to get around the 29 of Pearson, and Pearson dives down to the bottom of the track and lets him right on by. But Ellis Thomas doing a really good job. He may not have the fastest car on the track, but he is making moves along with Chris Smith. Sam Oliver falling back just a little bit, down 2 positions from where he started, so not too much of a fall off. But my biggest heartbreak is Jacob Bradley. Jacob Bradley has fell back to the 8th position, and he is scraping the wall, so that car is not happy with him right now.
All right, so I think it's time to maybe put on the crew chief cap. Maybe Larry McReynolds up in here. So everyone pitted on lap 40, pretty much, as the 58 goes around the 50 who just got in the wall. So we're 42 laps into this run, and we have 147 laps in this race. So I'm thinking maybe in about the next 15 laps or so, I think that is when we're really going to start seeing some pit stops start to occur. Maybe we'll see a little bit earlier if some people are trying to short pit. Maybe short pitting would actually work because the fall off with 40 laps on these tires has only been about a second. And with some of the other guys, it's been about a second and 3/4, but not a ton of fall off right now. So keep your eyes open in the next 10 or so laps. Kulkowski actually just came down pit road, and he was in 15th. Richard?
Yep, so Kulkowski is going to be going on a lap down while he is in pits, but he will get that back as everybody makes their pit stops, depending on when it is, and you said about probably 10 laps or so to watch out. But these leaders are having the top 4 are definitely handling issues. They are getting so loose coming out of the corners. I don't see them holding on to these race cars very much longer. Cole Shetty, like I said, was sideways as he come out of turn number 2, so we might see him pitting very soon. So, Joe, how far do you think you can make it? Can you, if you tried, can you make it to the end?
I think everyone should be able to make it if they pit now. Now, the thing with what Kulkowski is doing right now, and a few other people, is they are short pitting. I don't know if they'll be able to really make it in terms of if you're in the front and you were to pit now, you'll probably end up getting past. But the point in short pitting right now is you're hoping that you're going to be able to make up a good amount of time, pass a good amount of cars, and maybe a caution will come out maybe 20, 25 laps into your run. Then you'll gain a ton of position. You all right there, Richard?
Yeah.
But you'll be able to get a ton of positions, pit, and the short pit can be a good strategy, but it can also backfire. So we'll see where Kulkowski will end up once everything is done, because he was the first car to come down pit road. He was in 15th when he pitted, so we'll see how everything shapes out maybe the next 10 laps.
Well, I got to give it to Wesley Pistol. I mean, he is right there with those leaders. I think he was conserving some of what he had for this right here, because if he is able to make this pass, then he can get out there and lead a few laps. But he is right there with the leaders. He tracked them down, and now they do have some lap cars coming up. So this may be his chance to utilize those lap cars to get around and take the lead. But like you said, I do agree with it. Stay out as long as you can. Get everybody, on a different pit cycle. Hopefully that caution will come out, and you have a lot of cars a lap down.
I mean,
Don't
put it this
go.
way, with Nick Kulkowski, he is running a second faster. Not the amount that I would have expected. I would have expected the fall off to be much greater. But every lap he's clicking off, that's a second that he is gaining. So we're running about 10 laps. That's going to be 10 seconds that he's probably going to be gaining. So I can imagine when all things are said and done, yeah, he's going to be slower when everyone comes out of the pits. But I could see him probably being around the top 5. If everyone pits around lap 95 is when I'm expecting them to come down pit road.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I mean, he's making up a lot of time, by short pitting. But like you said, and it looks like Pistol is going to be coming into the pits, so that's going to be one of our top 3s coming in, and that's going to put Cole Shetty back up in third. He's lost a lot of time. He is really slow compared to the 2 up front, and that's going to be Bechdel and Wilson. So he's really slow, and it looks like Wilson has got a little bit of lap traffic of his own to deal with. Is he going to be able to get by that 49 clean and fast? 49 is going to dive out of the way and let Wilson right on by. And so the 18 gets on by too. Cole Shetty is about 3.7 seconds back. Now, if I was Cole, I would be I'd probably be short pitting, trying to make up that time, and I don't know, maybe something to happen and he'll be able to get back up front. But yeah, I'd be short pitting just to make up that second per lap.
One thing I just noticed with Cole is he slowed down a ton in 1 and 2. Sorry, 3 and 4. And I think he was thinking about pitting, but he overshot the pits. I don't know if he's going to try coming down this time. No, he's still staying out there, but he's running extremely slow in 3 and 4. But what I was going to say about Pistol is I think he short pitted at a perfect time for where he's at, because 5 laps, it can make a difference, but not that much of a difference. I think Pistol should have the lead when everything is all said and done.
Yeah, I think he definitely made the right call, and it looks like Shetty is going to lose a position to Chris Smith. That number 8 is going to be working his way around as they come down the backstretch, and Shetty is actually going to be coming into the pits. He dives it down to the apron. He's going to slow that Thunder Chicken down, and Chris Smith has taken over one of the top 4 spots, along with Chase Berry and Brady Powers. Those two are up 21 positions. That number 5 and that number 55 is up 19 and now 23 spots because one of our leaders has just pitted.
Alice Thomas takes over the lead, and it would be nice to see if Chase Berry can lead a lap. He might stay out just a little bit longer, because he was still pretty far back when everything started. Ellis Thomas finally comes down pit road, so we'll see if Chase will look to lead a lap. But
Chris Smith coming down, and it looks like Barry's coming down too.
Yes, sir. Brady Powers up into 4th place now in 55. all that's subject to change as we get on him and he immediately smacks the wall. So sorry about that. Giving you a little bit of a commentator curse there, but looks like Wesley Pistol, as I predicted, should be the leader when everything is all said and done. Wesley Pistol is going to be first when everything's done. Then we got Justin Wilson and Randy Bechtel, and it looks like Wilson and Pistol are pretty far out there, as Bechtel and Shetty are very far back of each other.
Yeah, Pistol is definitely made that right call, like you said. As of right now, Johnny Rapp is the leader. Pistol made the right call, pitting early, making up those seconds. Now he's out front, and Wilson and Bechtel is going to have possibly a hard time. May have a hard time catching him as the 58 works around Tompkins.
Yeah, one thing
Well, if you're still interested in that giveaway that we're having at the last race of this short season, Amazon does allow you to give a free sub, to Twitch channel. So if you'd like to sub, be entered into that drawing for that fender, shoot us an Amazon Prime sub and get entered in to win. You got 2 races left, so not a lot of time to enter. A little over 2 weeks now. So make sure you get that subscription in and be entered in to win.
Yeah, I'm waiting for all the pit stop times to get through, so I'm definitely going to be taking a look at that once everything is all said and done, the time on pit road. But right now, Wesley does have a 1.8 second lead over Justin Wilson, and Bechtel, who is really close to Wilson. He did pit a few laps after him. And you can see how much that pit stop really matters, because he is about 3.5 seconds behind Justin Wilson, and Shetty's even farther back. He's about 7 seconds behind him.
Yeah, but you got Nick in that 22 Navy Chevrolet. He is going to be right there in between Pistol and Wilson. So is the 22 going to let the 58 right on by without any problems? Yes, he is. And here comes the 25 also. So the 22 was really slow coming off the corner. I think he's going to put up a challenge with the 25, though. 25 is going to pitch him up towards the corner, up towards the wall, and they make contact, and they are really loose coming out of the corner, but they keep it straight. So 25 and 22 almost caused a little bit of chaos, and that's not something that Pistol wanted to see, because he's out 2.2 seconds in front of Wilson now.
Yeah, that was a pretty shady move. Looked like that could have been pretty bad. One thing I'm surprised about, though, is Kulkowski is a lap down right now. He is in 11th position right now, and just slightly behind the leaders. But yeah, we only got 9 cars on the lead lap right now. Last car on lead lap is Chase Berry.
Yeah, Chase Berry being the last one. He was up quite a few positions earlier. He was up to 24 positions from where he started. He's back down to 17, and along with that 00, they are pretty much tied for the for making the biggest moves of the race. So still not bad, still in the top 10. But that he is probably going to be looking to go a lap down here very, very shortly. Yeah, he is only about 6 seconds ahead of the leaders.
I gotta say, if Pistol wins this race, I think that's going to be definitely the strategy call. He pitted only 2 laps before Justin Wilson did, and with the amount of time he's gained and with how hard it is to pass on Darlington, I think if he manages to hold him off, I think this will be the call of the race, I would say.
Well, I hope it does work out for him, and he is able to manage those tires. He's lost a little bit of time between him and Justin Wilson. He's lost about 0.3 of a second, within the last 4 laps. So he's keeping a pretty good lead, even though he is on the older tires. But Bechtel, he is back there 7.6 seconds behind the leader. So I don't think he has a chance of catching up anytime soon, unless a caution does come out. Cole Shetty riding in 4th. He's quite a ways back there too, with Oliver hot on his tail in that number 15. So
we had a crash.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, Josh Berry and Tarrant Hill got into each other. One person even lost a wheel. I believe that was Tarrant Hill's wheel. They both got into it. So we're going to take a look at the replay. Let's take a look at what happened there.
Yeah, it looks like he scrubbed that wall just a little bit, got really loose, and then he got into a car that was already into the wall and hit that inside barrier. So, that's not what the 5 wanted to see, but the 5 was able to get it back up and going. So he might be still. It might. I don't know. He's already a lap down. So that's a tough break for him. Going a lap down, it's going to be tough to get that lap back because he has to catch Tompkins for the first car 1 lap down.
Yeah, that wreck didn't do him any favors. He hit Tarrant Hill pretty hard, but luckily did not have the same fate as Tarrant Hill because Tarrant Hill got that engine pop. So Tarrant Hill is going to be out of the race. Only 8 cars now on the lead lap.
Yeah, one by one, they are falling, to the lady in black. So maybe this track is too tough to tame for most, but Wesley Pistol is pulling that trigger, and he might pull off a win here. But Wilson is hot on his trail, back 1.1 seconds from Pistol.
We got Stickman in the Twitch chat. Hello, Stickman. Nice to see you here. Yeah, we do not got no Double O Joe today, but we will have him a few days from now. So, no, you like.
We don't have a Double O Joe, but we got a Double O Nick.
Yeah, Double O Nick. Maybe root for him today.
Yeah,
Nick the
there you go.
Chesery in the Double O car in 12.
To give it to that Buick. He, 2 Buicks up in the top 15. Sitting there riding, that's going to be DeSegery and Lindner. What'd you say? Never mind, Jeremy. But I got to give it to him. One is up. One is pretty much where he started. That's going to be the 49. That's going to be Tex Linder. And Nick, he is up 17 spots, so he's one of the biggest movers. If he can keep it out of the wall, as he is riding really close to the wall. So there you go, Stickman. A Double O to cheer for. He's trying to shake it off. Leave him alone.
I will tell you this, though. Nick was one of the first people to short pit. He pit on lap 84. So, gained a few positions definitely by doing that. Gained quite a few seconds on everybody. We'll see if he'll manage to hold the position. I'm not sure if he's going to be really gaining anything at this point. But, up 17. I don't think that would be too bad of a day for him if he manages to keep it where he is right now. Maybe if a caution comes out, he'll be able to even get up more.
Sorry, I got wrapped around the Taylor Swift car.
One person I'm really surprised, though, that's fallen back is Bechdale. He is down 9 seconds. I think a caution would do him wonders right now. There's a lot of fast cars who are falling off. And Justin Wilson is catching Wesley. But my question is Justin Wilson maybe pushing a little hard? Because when we saw these two together, they were running relatively similar times. But I don't think a 2-lap pit difference is going to be making this kind of difference in him catching him. So I think Pistol is probably letting it a little bit off right now and trying to get Justin to burn his stuff up. Because I'll tell you one thing Wesley doesn't want. He doesn't want Wilson to get 4 in a row. He wants to take one for himself today.
Absolutely. As you see Wilson, he was riding really close to that wall. But one person that really wants to see a caution, and that's going to be Chris Smith. Chris Smith is coming out of turn number 4. The leader is in turn number 3 right now. So, he is in jeopardy. Even though he has quite a few lap cars in between them, he could be in jeopardy of being another car a lap down. And with only 8 cars on the lead lap, you want to be on that lead lap because that means, better positions. But Justin Wilson, he's right there, a half a second. But I think you're right, Joe. I think he is pushing that car, and I think Pistol is not quite ready to pull the trigger on what he's got.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We're about 20 laps into this run. For some guys, we're about 30 laps into this run. So if a caution comes out, you can reliably think everyone's coming down pit road. So if you're a lap down, which would be right now 9th through 16, if a caution comes out, you bet your bottom dollar that you're going to stay out and hope for another caution because you're going to want to get that wave around. So there's only about 8 or 7 cars maybe that are going to have a shot if a caution comes out, because there's a ton of lap down right now.
Oh, Nick! Wait a minute.
It's Eric Wright.
That's Eric Wright. I thought, dang it. Jeremy calling the wrong car. Oh, we were riding with Nick, but there is your yellow there.
Same fate to Eric Wright as has hit so many cars today.
Yeah. He just went ahead and towed that.
Yeah. The same thing as a bunch of other guys. Luckily for him, a caution came out, but basically what's been happening is they've been running a little fast out of 2, hitting that wall. It throws them down to the bottom, and they just get smacked into it. It's ended a lot of days today.
Well, Smith gets the lucky break. He doesn't go a lap down. He was really, really, those leaders were definitely catching him. So, but we're going to take a break and show you what movie is coming up here very soon.
I found out I owe $9,600 on the house. So I'm entering the sim race. It's 20 grand. Think I'd be a good race car driver?
I think you'd be a great driver.
Looks like you're my new competition. You think I'm too nice of a person?
Maybe people should treat you the way that you treat them.
But you'd be hanging out with your Washington crew chief anyway today. The only way he can beat you is to wreck you.
You stopped racing because people said you were old and washed up. Come back and prove them wrong.
I'll see you on race day.
All right, we're back, and definitely interesting coming off of pit road. Looks like Bechtel has taken over the second spot from Wilson. Looks like he may have had maybe a little bit of damage to repair or something happened on pit road. But Bechtel up to second, Justin down to the third, and Pistol still up front.
Well, the one thing I will say is that number 1 pit box is definitely helpful, but one surprise, and I'm really surprised, I do not understand why they would make this move. Kolkowski and DeChessery both came down pit road and gave up their wave around. I don't understand why they would make that move. It just doesn't make any sense to me, because everyone else is taking that wave around too. That's ahead of these guys.
Well, you take the wave around, okay. Would you rather have the new tires or take the wave around on old tires? Now, they're not expecting this to be the last caution, so they're going to take those new tires, be on fresh tires, and they're going to make some moves.
I still don't see the point in that, because they're going to be the only 2 cars that are going to be 1 lap down. The rest of the lappers are getting waved. So I'd rather be waived right now, even being on old tires. You only got 30 laps to go. If another caution comes out, just throw it down pit road and get new tires on. I don't, I don't really see the strategy move with Kolkowski or DeChesserie. I mean, yeah, they had the oldest tires by 10 laps, but in this stage of the race, I don't get the strategy call.
Well, it's like the owl that licks the Tootsie Pop. The world may never know.
I don't know.
How many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Well, anyways, uh, I don't know. I don't know that strategy call, but we're going back green, and it looks like Pistol is gonna be out like a rocket. He was shot out like a gun, and the 18 is pretty much left the Justin Wilson out to battle for himself against Sam Oliver. But Sam Oliver and Cole Shetty is pretty much nose to tail now. They were side by side.
Yeah, Justin Wilson is not waiting at all. Nearly on the 18's rear bumper, definitely looking to make a move and make it fast. He does want 4 in a row. He's really getting up close to the 18, but just not able to make a move yet, Richard.
Well, riding back here with Thomas Smith and looks like Kloos. I mean, they're having a pretty good battle. They are nose to tail for 6th, 7th, and 8th place. Ellis having a really good run today. He is up 3 spots, and Chris Smith doing really well, also up 3 spots. But that 27, it looks like he wants to make some moves. He looks to the outside. 28 is going to slide up, cut that lane off, and they're coming out of turn at number 4. Not going to be able to get there.
I think Justin is faster.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think Justin is faster than Randy. He's just not able to get past him right now. And I got to say, that caution is probably one of the best things that happened for Wesley, because he was on slightly older tires. I mean, it wasn't like it was going to make a difference. But he also has Bechtel in front of him now, who I believe is not as quick as Justin. And he is holding Justin up, allowing Wesley to get out to a pretty decent lead. So Wesley may be raking the streak tonight.
Well, hopefully Wesley will break the streak, as you know, the 18 and 58 will have something to say about that as the laps close down. You know, we only have 27 laps to go out of 140. We've only had 3 cautions, and that is a really good day at Darlington, only having 3 cautions. But you have Sam Oliver right there. He could spoil it for the 58 and the 18. If those guys get to battling out side by side, that could give the 94 what he wants, is a little bit of breathing room, because they're only about 0.2 of a second back from him. So he needs that breathing room, so they need to get into battling.
Yeah, we're lucky that we've only had 3 cautions today. I would say there was definitely a few wrecks that could have been cautions, and maybe should have been cautions that were no calls, but looks like Randy is inching just a little bit closer to the 94.
Yeah, he's inching a little bit closer and closer each lap. But I don't think he's not gonna allow them to pass him. I think he's gonna start putting some blocks on them, make them use up their tires, give them the lane that he does not want, make them burn up their stuff, and take the win away from him like that.
Just saw the 29 Tokyo drifted around turn 2. Luckily for him, didn't get in the wall, just a little bit of a flat spot on the tire, but now he is going to be in front of the leaders. Definitely hurt his tires a little bit. He's in 18th, 3 laps down, so he'll be 4 laps down, so not really in a position to lose or gain anything, but lap car is still something they're going to have to deal with, and hopefully will not affect this battle that we got up here, because we got the top 3 within a half a second, and he'll go down and let them all by.
Yeah, I was riding back here with Cole Shetty, and, you know, he had a really fast car early on in the race, and he is being slowly but surely tracked down by Chris Smith in his number 28 Ford Thunderbird. But I don't know what happened to Cole's car.
The only thing,
fell off.
If I was to give him the benefit of the doubt, maybe he's just holding off, like he knows he can't beat these guys on the long run, and he's hoping maybe a caution will come out. They won't have to pit. So we'll
Ellis
see.
Thomas, I got an indicator that Ellis Thomas has crashed. Oh,
That's
no, that's not what
unfortunate.
you want to see. Yeah, he jumped into the pits. Looks like the 28 is still out on track. And Bruce Pearson, he looks like he was involved too. 28 is about to have his hands full of the 27 of Matt Kloos. Looks like that 28 is not handling the way he wants it to, and that 27 is slowly stalking him. Oh, 27 got into the wall. That he might lose a little bit of momentum there. He's utilizing that bottom line, trying to get to the back bumper of that number 28, hoping he makes a mistake and he can be in the top 6 at least. But not going to be able to get there this lap, so we'll go back up towards the front there, Joe.
Yeah, quick report on Ellis Thomas, though. He had a loose wheel. He gave one of the longest stripes of the day on the wall, so loose wheel for Ellis Thomas, and that's why he had to tow, and he basically had to stop on the front stretch, so not good for him. But yeah, Randy Bechtel, he is managing to keep pace and hold off Justin Wilson, but I think Justin's patience is running out and just going to dive in there. I think he'll be able to make it stick. We'll see if Randy's going to be able to make the crossover. Not going to happen. And Justin Wilson up to second.
Make sure you're live. Well, like you were saying, Justin Wilson has taken over the second spot, but does he have anything for Cole? Cole is making a little bit of time coming into the corners, but he does not have the off speed coming out. They pretty much stay at the same distance as they did in the middle of the turn, but looks like Justin Wilson is a little bit better in certain turns than Wesley Pistol. Loses a little bit of time and gains a little bit of time depending on in which corner, and it looks like 1 and 2. It looks like that 94 is a little bit better than that 58, Joe.
Yeah, I would say so. The 58. He's running good, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to catch Wesley right now. He's running good, but I don't know. He did have to put in a lot of effort to get around Randy, and that could have cost him perhaps maybe his chance to get up there because he's been wearing it a lot more than I think Wesley has right now.
Well, 19 laps to go, and that will tell if Wesley has killed the winning streak of Wilson. So, not a lot of laps left.
Jacob Bradley entering pit road right now has a missing right front tire.
Ooh, not what I wanted to see on that one car. He was my pick of the race, but there's quite a few others that are really well, and I'm glad to see Pistol out there in front leading this thing, and that time has not moved, so they are pretty much matched as far as speed goes. Looks like Wesley lost a little bit of time and coming into 3 and coming out of 4, he's going to make it right back up. So looks like that 58 is definitely better than the 94 in 3 and 4.
One person I want to give a quick shout out to, Josh Terrett Hill, blew the engine earlier, and he's back on the racetrack, albeit he is 25 laps down actually, and running really slow on the apron. You know, he still stayed in this race, able to get a few positions back. You know, he don't want to be running like he is right now. He's probably not going to gain any more spots, but good on him for trying to finish this race, even though he is way off the pace. But he's staying out of everyone's way.
Justin Wilson was a little bit sideways coming out of turn number 4. He was a little bit sideways, but he was able to regain it, and it looks like they are leaving Bechtel in the dust. Bechtel is about 0.8 of a second back from the leader, so he has lost a little bit of momentum unless he is just waiting on these two to start battling it out and take it away from him.
Well, one thing that we are going to be seeing is he's going to be catching the lap cars that got their wave around earlier, so I bet Kolkowski and DeChesney probably regretting their choice right now. But looks like Chase Berry, a guy who I thought definitely would have had a chance maybe given the opportunity, but he is going to be the first car a lap down if he does manage to get lapped. He is across the line right now as Pistol is coming out of 4. So he might be able to hold it off if a caution maybe comes out with a couple to go. But, Chase Berry still had a good day. He's up 14 spots, as is Brady Powers in 11th.
Yeah, that 55 has definitely been doing a really good job, and hats off to them. Brady Powers, Chase Berry, and Nick, they're up quite a few positions. But this battle for the lead with 14 to go, they're within 0.2 of a second from each other. It's going to get pretty heated if that 58 catches up to the 94, and I don't know if a bumper will be used, but I think it possibly will happen.
I wouldn't rule out the possibility, but I would say that might happen because I don't think Wesley is going to just let him by. Even if Wilson is faster, I can imagine him throwing the block. We see Wilson is driving it really deep into the corner. I'm surprised that he's managing to get up there as well as he is, even though he was really battling for a good amount of time with Randy, up to only a 1/10.5 off, driving it deeper in the corner than Wesley. But we'll see if he's able to catch him. But, he's caught him, but there's another thing you got to do, and that is pass him.
Yeah, once you catch him, you got to pass him. And they have pretty much left Oliver in the dust along with Shetty. I mean, Oliver is 3 seconds back from the leaders. So these guys are driving the wheels off of these cars. That Tennessee Vols car looking for his first win. That Margaritaville looking for his 4th win with 11 laps to go. Within 1/10 of each other. It's either one of them's race. But, yeah, like you said, that bumper might be used because that 94 ain't going to let that 58 by very easily.
I'll tell you what. Wesley's had a great season. He's been in position multiple times for a win. And I think this is my personal thing. I'm thinking, you know what? I ain't going to let this guy by. The only way you're getting by me is if you bump me or if you wreck me. And at this point, probably not going to win the championship, Wesley, but he wants that win. And if you got to get wrecked to get by, then so be it. But Wesley's holding him off right now, but just barely.
Well, you know what they say, if you mess with the bull, you get the horns, and I wonder what's going to happen as they're coming up on a lap car. Hopefully the lap car gets out of the way because these are the two fighting for the lead. So what's going to happen is, looks like Wilson is going to look to the inside as they cross the start-finish line. They are side by side as they go into turn number 1. And it looks like the 58 has the advantage. He's going to do the slide job, but here comes the 94. He's going to look to the inside, not going to be able to get there. So the 58 has retaken the lead from the 94. Oh, there's the yellow.
Tarrant Hill
and
car,
Johnny Rapp.
Finally, that car... he blew another motor?
Yeah, I think he did.
So,
yeah, he just got he was on the apron. Johnny Rapp had nowhere to go, and yeah, that car is toast.
Yeah, I can understand, wanting to run for the points. He was given an ELL for that, but I can imagine there's probably going to be some people complaining that, he was running way below race speed. Was only hitting about 120 in the straights, but yeah, 52 is probably not going to be happy about that. But hey, that gives Wesley another chance because I think Wesley would not have been able to hang on, and Johnny Rapp also blew his engine.
So what do? Do you go in? Do you pit? You take the tires?
I'm really surprised that the top guys did not pit. Looks like the highest guy that did is Kalous.
Yeah, you're only going to have about 4 laps to go when we go back green. So 5 is a lap back.
I mean, I'm surprised that a lot more people did not come down pit road because, you know what? Yeah, we're only going to have a few to go. They pitted on lap 113. Right now we're on lap 141, so we have 30 lap old tires. It's not like some of the guys who just pitted are going to make a crazy run to the front, But looking at the last lap times that we just had, they were still about a second slower. So I think Wesley, his best bet right now would have been to pit. He was in second. If you're in second, do whatever the leader doesn't. So I'm really surprised a lot more people did not come down pit road. I'm also surprised that Wesley Maya did not give him the bumper, because he had definitely a chance to do that on the crossover. So got a few laps to go. I'm just wondering. I don't know if Wesley's going to have it at the end, but we'll see.
Yeah, we shall see what happens when we go back green. And you also got that 18 right there that will play a factor into all this as it goes down. Guy that is loving to see the caution, that's going to be that number 15 and that number 77. They were fast all night. So it's anybody's ball game. We'll see what happens. Fourth caution of the night, not a bad deal out of 147 laps with 49. What is he doing? Looks like he's just hanging out. Congratulations to our first Buick up in the top 5, or the top 10.
He is on 20 lap older tires than everybody else. So I don't expect him to really make any moves. A couple people came down pit road for new rubber. That would be Cluse, and I believe Powers came down pit road as well. So we'll see if they're able to make any moves. We have 5 to go, so you get 1 green, white, checkered. That's all you get if caution does come out. So they still got opportunity. Maybe if something tangles up in the front, they might have a chance. I don't know how much they'll be able to get, because we're going to be getting back to green with 4 to go.
Yeah, I definitely do agree with you. I would have, if the top 5 didn't pit, I would have been that 6th guy on fresher tires and making moves, because the fresher tires are going to be the way to go. You saw how they were making up, a second on the cars up front. If you have those fresh tires, if you pitted, took those fresh tires, you would have had a chance to win this race. Coming back from what, 8th? So
yeah,
we'll
Cluse
see how
is
it plays
in
out.
ninth right now.
Cluse is in 9th, so we may see him, make up quite a few positions and maybe win this thing.
I don't think he has a chance to win it where he is. It's just too many cars to pass with 4 laps to go. I think he can definitely get up in the top 5, but if a caution does come out, I think he's going to have an opportunity. But I'm very surprised that the top 8, especially Lindner, with how old his tires are, did not pit.
All right, well, we're about to go back green, and it looks like Justin Wilson is going to have the control of the field, and he is off like a rocket. And oh my God, Pistol did not get the best of a restart, and the 77 is going to go right on by. So he's going to take over the 3rd position with Sam Oliver in tow. So you got the 58, the 18, and the 77, and the 15 all right there together, along with the 94.
25 around.
25 around. Not going to have a caution. He is down by the inside wall, so 4 to go. Coming around to 3. What will happen? Will Wilson get his 4th win? Looks like Cole Shetty is under fire by Sam Oliver. Not going to be able to get there, and the 58 is on the apron. Don't know exactly what happened, but he is... Well, he has gone down, and he may have some damage to that race car, and he is dropping like a rock. So it looks like the 18 Bechdel is might take over this win. Going to be his first win of the season. Cole Shetty in 2nd. Pistol in 3rd. Nobody has anything for these guys. I guarantee it, because they got a lot of breathing room in between them. Joe?
Yeah, it really looks like the 58 is underpowered, so I'm going to have to take a look later at seeing what happened. But Bechdel is on pace to get his first win of the season. And it looks like Cole Shetty and Wesley Pistol are going to be in for 2nd and 3rd. They are pretty well separated. Pistol, another one may have slipped through his hands, but Randy Bechdel coming to the white flag, 1 more lap to go.
Now Pistol has a chance to get the second position because he is a little bit better in some corners than the 77 of Cole Shetty. But Cole Shetty is driving the wheels off of the car. You just don't need to make a mistake on the last lap. But yeah, like you said, Bechdel broke the winning streak. So this is all his race. As long as he comes out of turn number 4 clean, it's his race to win. If they would have had a couple more laps, I believe that second position would have changed hands because that 94 is all over that 77. And that is it. So Bechdel brings home the first win, breaks the winning streak of Justin Wilson. Cole Shetty coming in second, Wesley Pistol in third, Chris Smith in fourth. Not a bad run for him. Brady Powers up 20 positions from where he started in that 55 National Guard Ford Thunderbird. So great job by him. One of the biggest movers. The second biggest mover is going to be Chase Berry, 20 positions, finishing in 6th. Sam Oliver finishing in 7th. Matt Cluse, 8th. Tex Linder in his Buick in the top 10. He is going to finish 9th, and Justin Wilson is going to wrap up your top 10.
Oh, Justin Wilson. All right, I figured out what happened with him, by the way. Problem that has had to happen to you, Richard. His Oculus shut off.
No. I hate that, man. I've driven in some weird ways when that happens because it still plays on the monitors, but it's weird. You have no peripheral vision, no nothing like you would on the Oculus. So, I hate to see that. Long races will kill Oculuses. Just remember that, Jeremy.
Well, that's one reason I don't run VR. Another reason is that would make me sick.
Well, the only problem about the Oculus is it doesn't charge while it's hooked up. So, if you don't have a full charge, it'll only last a little while. It'll last about 3 hours, but yeah, some of the models out there they charge while they're being used, but these they do not. So that's the only downfall to the Oculus. But
Unfortunate though for
catch
Justin.
up with our first, second, and third place finishers.
All right.
I'm gonna bring in Mr. Wesley Pistol. Mr. Wesley, this is Richard or Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you almost pulled the trigger on the win, but the 58 was able to get around you at last minute, and then the caution comes out, and it just kind of ruins it for everybody. Y'all had a pretty good battle going on, and caution came out. His Oculus died. You were able to get back on the podium, so how you feeling?
I think I've had this interview before. I'm disappointed to finish third, but third is good too. I want to win, but that's a good run. These guys, the top handful of guys are really fast. Sam, Justin, Randy, they're a lot of fun to race with, and you got to be on your game to beat them. And Justin is on fire right now. If it wasn't for his Oculus crapping out, he probably would have won. But yeah, it feels good to finish third. Good points day, but I'm ready to win one of these dang things.
Well, today we thought it was going to be your day, but still a podium finish, still good for you for the points, because there is a pot at the end of this short season. So you need those points to at least get something.
Yep, definitely. I like the last two tracks, and this is my favorite track tonight. So yeah, the points are definitely on my mind right now. I'm trying to get as many as I can.
Well, you definitely had a good run tonight, and third place finish, man, you earned those shout outs. So floor is yours whenever you're ready.
Yeah, this is Apex for putting the show on, and the SSRL guys. It's been fun racing with these guys all year so far. Maybe we'll lengthen the season next year. It'd be fun, but 2 races to go. It's been a lot of fun. My buddy Sam, I got into him a little bit on that last run and kind of messed him up. Thankfully, he didn't wreck it, but good racing with him as always. Good job for Randy, and then my sponsor LaRue Esports. I appreciate everything they do for me.
Absolutely. Well, good run tonight. Can't wait to see what you have at Bristol next week. 2 races left. Let's see if you can make some of those points up and get you a good finish by the end of the short season.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Go Vols.
Oh, I'm a Gators fan. All right, well, let's catch up with Mr. Cole. Oh,
All right.
there's
I
nothing wrong
got
with the
Cole.
Vols.
Cole Shetty. This is Joe and Richard. You got me?
You almost forgot my name.
Cole?
Yeah, I got you guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. All right. Well, fifth to second on the restart, and you had a pretty good day. You were in the top 5 pretty much consistently all day. One of the surprising things, though, at the last caution is no one really chose to take tires, but you managed to work through well with it. So tell us maybe about your race, because I knew you were up there for a good amount of time. Had a little bit of maybe falling back a little bit, but you were up there pretty much the entire time.
Yeah, the one restart with like 6 to go, no one had any tires left, so um that was probably that case if that's the restart you guys are talking about. But anyway, so probably with like when we took that pit stop with about like 55, 56 to go, I realized I was going to be short on fuel, so I actually kind of screwed myself a little bit and tried saving a little bit of fuel and started hitting the wall and stuff because I didn't practice it. So um, I really just wasn't in my groove when it came to that. And then, of course, when I saved enough fuel, we had a yellow. So that's just my case. It would happen that way. But yeah, overall, I mean, honestly, I'm happy to survive that one because when we did the full send race here, and I did another Thursday league race here before, I did not do too well at all here. So um, honestly, I'm just happy to make it through and make it to the checkered flag there.
Yeah, you had a really good day, and maybe you'll have a chance to get a win with 2 races to go in the season. But hey, a second place is not bad. So if you got shout outs, let's hear them.
Yeah, I won't be here next week. I'm actually traveling next week for work, but I will be back for Nashville. But anyways, shout out to the boys over at Full Send. As usual, we're gonna miss you guys doing the broadcast next year. So it's nice that I get to do this with you guys on Thursdays. So shout out to you guys as well, doing your thing every Thursday in and out. And then yeah, shout out to my girlfriend and my family and my friends that always support me and. Shout out to these guys here in this league too. It's very, very tough league, very challenging. There's a lot of guys in here that know what they're doing, and yeah, I mean these 87 cars are no joke. They're a handful, so definitely a fun challenge. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. Not next week, but the week after.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you in Nashville, and hopefully you'll be able to pick up the win. So have a good night, and good luck next time out.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, me.
All right, see you.
All right. Well, let's bring in our winner, Mr. Bechdel. Mr. Randy, this is Richard and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you were able to break the streak of Justin Wilson, and you brought home your first win here at Darlington, a track they say that is too tough to tame. His Oculus dies, you take over the position, you cross the finish line, you're the winner. Tell us how you're feeling.
I feel pretty good to finally get somebody else to win besides him, but I think I would have had something for him if his Oculus didn't die, though. Him and Wesley were raced pretty hard there. So, wish I could have raced it out, but take him how we can get him, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we take that as a mechanical failure. I've had it happen to me and had to back out of races. It's cost me quite a few races, but but still, a win is a win. That's going to definitely help you in the points. For you only have 2 races left. You're fighting for a trophy. Everybody's fighting for a 400 piece of the $450 pot. So you got to have those points, and that win is definitely going to help you out to get you further up in those points. So congratulations. If you got any of those shout outs, man, now is the time. Floor is yours.
I want to thank, of course, Justin. We did some practice before the race, helped me get the lines down. So that's why we were pretty close the whole time. Our other teammates at Payday. Thank Ellis and Chris for putting on this league. Been pretty fun so far. Hopefully, last 2 races are just as fun, and hopefully they're not like North Wilkesboro with their caution fest because a bit smaller there at the end of the season. But of course, you guys for broadcasting and all the sponsors that came on board.
Well, we definitely appreciate that shout out, and we love broadcasting this league. Y'all are a lot of fun to watch race. Now, next week is an even smaller track. You're at Bristol. How are you going to be feeling there? You think you can take another one home?
It's been a while since I ran at Bristol, so not really sure. I feel like the tire's probably going to get chewed up just as bad as Darlington now, so I guess we'll see.
Well, we wish you luck next week. Like I said, only 2 races left, that in Nashville, but we'll be looking to see what you can do at Bristol next week. We hope you have a good night, and like I said, congratulations on your win.
Thank you, guys. Have a great evening.
You too. All right, Joe. Well, it looks like we are going to be wrapping things up. And once again, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel at the last race of the season, which is going to be Nashville Fairgrounds. We are going to be doing a giveaway for a Cup car fender, the 07. So make sure you are a subscriber. Is it going to be for subscribers only to be entered into the drawing? So make sure you hit that subscribe button to be entered. And if you have Amazon Prime and you want to subscribe, Amazon Prime does give you a chance to get a subscription with the channel. So that's going to be it for us tonight. Joe, you got anything else?
Well, final thoughts. I just want to say, shout out to Brady Powers and Chase Berry. Up 20 spots each from 25th and 26th up to 5th and 6th. So good job on them today. Really drove this track really well. Even Chase Berry, he had quite a few issues, got in 2 separate wrecks and making it up to 6th. So good driving by him today. So we had a few big movers. Even Nick DeShedry up 16th, up to 13th. So had some good movers today, and looking forward for Bristol next week. That should be a lot of fun. One of the fastest short tracks in the country.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for us this evening. So on behalf of Southern Broadcast Racing Network, we are going to call it a night. We appreciate everybody that stopped by and, spent the evening with us. We definitely enjoy all the fans out there that come and watch the races. So tune in. What are we, Monday? Monday night? Or no, Sunday?
Sunday night.
Sunday night, for Numb Thumbs Racing, if you want to catch one of their races on our broadcast network. So tune in Sunday. But on behalf of me, Joe, and Jeremy on the cameras, we appreciate y'all stopping by. Y'all have a good rest of your week and enjoy your weekend. Good night, y'all.